You're still not audible, sir. Vijay Kumar, sir,
Hello.
you're not audible. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible now.
Okay.
So we'll start the program once we go live. Okay. And before starting, I'll give a brief introduction about the Karma scheme, because many people who have joined us today, they may not be aware about Karma scheme. So I'll through these slides, I'll be telling about the Karma scheme, and then actually you can start this.
Okay.
So very good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome the today's guest, Mr. Brijesh Kumar. He is CEO of Instrumentation Sectors Skill Council, and he will be giving a presentation about what is the scope of this sector in coming days, and what kind of courses are being offered by this sector skill council, and how they can help the institution. And before starting that, I would like to give a brief introduction about the Karma scheme for which we are organizing this webinar today. So I request Nessa to please share the slides. Let me tell you, Karma is Kaushal, Augmentation and Restructuring mission. What is the importance of scaling for our country? If we see our demography, we can get the benefit of this demography for next 5-6 years, when India will remain the youngest country. Youngest country means maximum people who are belonging to the working age, and if we are able to give them the required skill, that would be the best thing for India. We can become the global skilling capital, because you may be aware that there are many countries who are looking for the skilled manpower in different sectors. And if we are not able to do this task, the skilling of our manpower, engaging them positively in some employment or some entrepreneurship or maybe higher education, so this is going to be a difficult situation to be handled by India. So therefore, Indian government has taken skilling very seriously, and AICT has also taken part in this initiative. And we are planning that all our institutions, all AICT approved institutions, should be able to provide skill-based training. There are 3,583 polytechnics, 2,892 engineering colleges. In fact, management colleges are missing here. All management colleges, hospitality, architecture, every AICT approved institution, they are enabled to give these skill-based courses under Karma. And we are hoping that the available infrastructure of these technical institutions would be used during the off hours for giving these kind of trainings. And preferable sectors are the sectors in which these institutions have some expertise or some courses which are already available, approved by AICT. In case they are not available, this Karma scheme gives you flexibility to run course in any of the sector. It may be technical sector, it may be non-technical sector. If you go to the NSQF aligned courses list at NQR, NQR is National Qualification Register, so nqr.gov.in, all the courses available there, you can apply for those courses at the Karma portal, and then you will be getting the approval from the AICT based on some undertaking that you will be following the required norms for running these courses. And then you will be able to give the Skill India certificate to the students who are attending these programs. And I'll be going to the different models. Next slide. There are 3 different models under Karma. Number 1 model is for the school dropouts, but these school dropouts should be at least 10th pass. Why? Because AICT approved institutions have good level of infrastructure, advanced infrastructure, so advanced level of training should happen there. So this is the purpose. But in any case, you can apply for any level of courses. There is no restriction, but eligibility should be minimum 10th pass for the model 1. Then there is model 2. Under model 2, you can do these skilling program for your own students, the students who are studying in your institution, because AICTE says if you want to skip the internship part and you are doing some skill based program, then skip level 3, 4 and 5 in lieu of internship, so that will again be considered as internship and due credit will be given to you. These two models, model 1, model 2, they will be conducted in the self-financing mode. There is no funding from the AICTE, but AICTE will provide all the support, empowerment in terms of knowledge, connections for running these courses. Why we have kept it in the self-financing mode? So that only the students who are actually interested in learning these courses and for the pursue their career in these courses, they will be coming for this. Then model 3 is in the CSR mode, where this is a kind of connection between the school education and higher education, where higher educational institution can invite the students from the nearby schools for running training them in some NSQF aligned training program, and they are supposed to take no fee from these school going students. We were when we launched this scheme, we were not aware that we'll be receiving such a huge response from the institution. More than 1,500 institutions have applied for this Karma program, and this is a little bit old data. So more than 1,500 institutions have already applied, and Model 1, Model 2, Model 3, you can see the total number of institutions registered and total number of approved intake. It is more than 1.75 lakh at present. So this is the potential of this Karma scheme. Only thing is the knowledge should go to the institution, how to run these courses, what are the courses to be selected so that these students get placed easily. And for this, we are conducting a series of webinars with the help of Sector Skills Council. They will be talking about the upcoming fields where jobs are coming and what are the relevant courses they are offering, how they can help the institution in running these courses. So all these things will be shared today. With this, I would be requesting Mr. Brijesh Kumar, CEO of Instrumentation Sector Skill Council, to share his views, his presentation with the institution. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Hello. Yeah, am I audible now? Hello. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, it's clear.
Hello, can you hear me? No?
Yes, you are clear, sir. But I can see that you have logged in through two devices. If possible, you please log out from one device.
Yeah, is that okay now?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. Okay, I represent Instrumentation, Automation, Surveillance and Communication Sector Skill Council. I think my voice is echoing, I don't know why. Yeah.
Sir, actually, you have logged in through two devices.
Because the sound is not coming in laptop. Okay.
Okay. Therefore, actually, this.
Just a minute. Okay, I'll quickly go through the slides. I think you can see the details. Our sector, Skill Council, represents a very high growth sector because automation is almost applied to all kind of industry segments. And most of the job requirements, the future job roles are very in this kind of sector. So we talk about sensorics, mechatronics, digitalization, industry 4.0, IoT in this sector. The skills applied are across all the sectors. And skill development plans requires we develop the competency model. Because just a minute, just wait on. I'm getting so much disturbance. Yeah, ma'am. Now it's okay.
It is better.
Yeah. So our sector represents 4 segments: instrumentation, automation, surveillance, and communication. Now, within each segment, the kind of customers we represent, like, there are OEMs, they are the knowledge partners who manufacture, who make these technology products, and there are end user industry who use this kind of technology, and there are system integrators who apply these technologies to create a system which is giving automation to the industry. Now we have done some skill gap analysis, but this is a very emerging sector. The demand and gap estimation, it has been inferred from the parameters that such as digitization scope, then applicability of IoT. The skill gap is very huge because the technologies are emerging and the adoption requires caution. So exact data is not available, but I would like to give you some of the figures, like what is the skill gap and what is the job scenario in this sector. If you look at the automation sector, and there are different job roles, like industrial automation technician, then a robotics technician, then a building automation technician. So these are the major job roles in automation sector, and you can see the kind of a demand these job roles are having in the industry. Similarly, with the surveillance, the job roles are like this drone technicians, surveillance drone technicians, high-end surveillance, security surveillance. And accordingly, we have done some analysis, and this is the demand we can estimate in the market. Similarly, for the communication sector. So these are the job estimation we are giving for this sector. Now, when we talk of this automation sector, now the industry which is relevant to this kind of job roles related to automation sector or instrumentation sector, this is across the industry segments. You can say, like, this automotive, machine tool, pharmaceutical, mining, semiconductor industry, pulp and paper, textile. You take any industry segment and you will find the application of this automation technology. So that means this signifies that a person being trained in automation and instrumentation technology has a very high scope of getting a job in any kind of industrial sector. Now, these are the building blocks of automation technology normally we talk, like, because when we talk of automation, the technology, what we normally talk about, like, this PLC, then positioners, hydraulics, pneumatics, mechatronics, augmented reality, virtual reality, then the vision system, collaborative robot, gripping technology. So these are the technologies where the skilled manpower is required by the industry. Unfortunately, we don't have manpower which are being trained and which are you can say competent enough on these technology in sufficient quantity. So that is the reason the demand is high for this kind of technological skilled manpower, but on the supply side, definitely the quality manpower, there is a shortage. Now, our sector itself council, we understand, like, the many of the engineering colleges, many of the technical colleges, they run short-term certificate courses, skill development courses. Okay, now these now they further the training what they are offering, this further can be a structure to offer NSQF aligned courses. Now some of the NSQF aligned courses, what that can be aligned with these colleges are, like, this mechatronics technician, mechatronics specialist, PLC programming and troubleshooting specialist, SCADA, HMI, this industrial automation specialist. So these are the already job roles that the sector has developed the QP for, and these QPs are already being adopted by many of the institutions. So many the engineering colleges and the training centers in these colleges, they can also adopt such job roles at their center. Now, the council can partner with the be partner in this endeavor of the college And we can partner in many ways, like, because when we partner, it will be a value driven partnership. Okay, so what we can offer, like, we can offer, like, an SQF aligned QPs that is available with us. Then we can support on assessment and certification. Then we can give consultancy on setting up center of excellence on automation, instrumentation, or industry 4 kind of technology. Then we can give them industry connect. Then we can support on participation on different events. Then we have many technology partners on our platform. So we can connect the colleges to those technology partners for support. Okay. Then placement support through job portal, industry connect, and job fair. Okay. Then what kind of the best training practices are being adopted by worldwide? So those kind of practices can be implemented. Then if we partner, like, the center could be like, this recognized training partner for the industry. So these are the values that can be derived from the partnership. Now, when we talk of giving consultancy on setting up the center of excellence to the colleges, now we can give the complete services to the college, like, we can help them designing the lab setup, identification of training needs, what kind of training is required. Okay, suggestion on what kind of training module they can adopt to, then what kind of training equipment that is fit for that kind of training. Then what are the what all the knowledge resources available, and how the college can have access of those resources. The source identification, the right quality of instrument, equipment which is required by the lab, what could be the source, like, the complete proposal evaluation of setting up the center of excellence. Then we can suggest them, like, who are the people who can supply the quality products to the center. Then what the cost analysis, cost optimization, then train the trainer program, and the hand holding. So these are the services we can offer to colleges through partnership. Now, going further, if we talk about the emerging technology which are going to create job work in India, so there are some of the emerging technology what I'm going to talk about, like, this mobile robotics, that is for warehousing. This is going to be in demand for time to come. So this is one area easily. Then the robotic application, the robots are being applied to the industry, and the quantity is going to increase substantially over a period of time. So the robots application are going to increase substantially, and so definitely a knowledge program on robots that will be well in demand. Then technology related to smart manufacturing. Now today the manufacturing, it is moving from conventional manufacturing to advanced manufacturing. In fact, from advanced manufacturing to smart manufacturing. Now the manufacturing is adopting many smart devices. Now those devices, now there are huge number of data that is being generated through those devices. Now how those devices, how those data can be processed, and how we can take advantage of those information, real-time information, to improve the productivity. So these are the technologies which are going to impact the manufacturing in coming days. Okay, similarly, the industry 4 technology. If we talk of industry 4 technology, there are many technologies which constitutes in this industry 4 technology, like, this collaborative robot, and then industrial Internet of Things, then AR, VR, and then NES. So all these technologies, there are many technologies consisting of industry 4 technologies. So those technologies also, the demand is going to be very high in India. So we are preparing for QP for many of these technologies. Okay. Similarly, with additive manufacturing, the drone is coming up in a very fast way. So these are the emerging technologies where the job is going to be there in the future. Now we have identified many job roles for these emerging needs, and we have done some study, and we found, like, we have prepared a report, and accordingly, as per the job role, we have estimated what will be the NSQF level, and what is the existing population of manpower in that for that particular job role, what is the estimated demand, what is the gap in the industry. So these data we have prepared, and similar. So we have identified 35 job roles for which we have this data, and we are working to develop QP for these job roles. We are also aligned to the new education policy, and we are working what kind of courses can be offered to the school. So we have identified certain job roles, and those job roles we are working to develop the QP for the schools. And almost 32 job roles we have identified at different levels, 3 or 4, so that can be offered to the school level. Okay, so this is what we are doing at ISA. Any question? So I can answer. Yeah, Mr. Akil.
Thank you, sir. Can you mute, sir? Can you put on mute?
Thank you very much, sir. I think this was a very useful insight for all the participants who are connected with us today. And with this information, we'll also put this information on AICTE Karma portal website. There you can download this presentation for the future references. And now, the next sector skill council person, whether he has joined or not, I can't see him.
I'll just check with them, ma'am.
Yeah,
We
please
can
go on.
wait for 5 minutes.
Please allow me to present.
Who is there from Automotive Sector Skill Council?
Yeah, hi, this side Asim. I'm from Automotive Skill Development Council. I'm audible?
Yeah, you are audible, but you are not visible. Can you switch
Yeah,
on the
yeah. Yeah, sure. I've just got the rights to actually share it. I'm visible now?
Yeah, you are very much visible now.
Yeah.
So we can start the next presentation without taking much time. I request
Sure.
you to share your presentation with all the participants.
Yeah, sure. I'm sharing my screen. Brijesh Kumarji, can you please stop sharing your screens? I share mine. Yeah, thank you. Please give me a confirmation if my screen is visible.
It's visible.
Thank you. Okay. So we'll be talking about last 3 years of last 3 financial years from 1920 to 21 and 22, where you can see the graph in blue, which is indicating the trained manpower. Trained manpowers versus in the orange block, it says the place candidate. So as we move ahead in financial year 2020 to 2021, we can see a drop in the trained candidate, and the drop was due to the COVID-19 scenario. But if you see, there is an increase in the placement part. But what happened that since at the year end when things are getting lined up, then definitely those backlog what we are having in the placement cell, they are fulfilling in 2021. And similar pattern then, since the training has been stopped due to gathering, but still placements were going on. So we can see an increase the hype in financial year 2021 to 2022 to 97,389 candidates. So that's an overall figure for last 3 years. Any questions, or should I move on to the next slide?
We'll be taking question answers in the last. So I'll request you to remain connected for the last question answer session, and
Okay, great.
you can continue
Great.
with the session.
Great, thank you. Okay, I'm moving on to the next slides. It shows most popular futuristic job roles. What we have at as ASDC, and that's in lieu with the industry connect, where on the top we can see that sales domains having an automotive sales executive, which comes at level 4, and sales consultant level 5. They are topping up the rank within manpower requirement in the Indian automotive industry to 81,938 candidates. So that is the figure which an SEDs normally have at the dealership. So that's the demand with every dealer has it, to sell their vehicles. Moving on to a higher level, which comes into sales consultant, and coming on to the transportation department, where taxi driver is such a job role which is really high in demand, and it's been growing up since last few years. Also, talking about another job role which can be seen here, since it's declining from the graph, which is light motor vehicle driver, and that's initially at level 3. This is also a area where like Ola, Uber, drivers like this really wants to enroll themselves. Coming out to the manufacturing side, automation and robotic engineer, which is at level 6, normally at a manager level and engineer level. This job role is also high in demand in the region, largely in the south region of India. This is really high in demand, where R&D is widely acceptable. Also, very similar to that is a technician job role in the additive manufacturing domain, which is amounting to be somewhere around 9,500, requirement from the industry side. Coming to the service part, where we can see a level 4 electric vehicle service technician to automotive service advisor, level 6. So this is a graphical representation of the 10 most popular job roles in the automotive domain. All right, I'll moving on to our next slide, which is the last slide. That how ASDC as a sector skill council, provides support and help in the training and assessment part, the placement and establishing center of excellence. So starting and looking at the first point, which is training and assessment, we can see that as a sector skill council, we can guide on the job roles. We can help institutions, like we have enrolled a lot of what I'll say job roles in BWOC colleges, which is being promoted by UGC. We help their create their curriculums, their structure, to inline it with their existing courses, and then they can have different level of what I'll say level of job roles from level 3 to level 7 as they progress in their career. Also, as an SSC, we conduct TOT sessions, training of trainer sessions, training of FSSR sessions, where existing and new manpower, comes to us to get certified. And normally those certifications are valid for 2 years in the industry, which is widely acceptable these days. Also, guidance on relevant scheme, to promote the assessment and the training, and it's the demand from the industry. So they are normally market-led program where we help, also financially and to support them under few schemes. And also, as I previously said, that we do conduct assessment part to a third party, like it can be a organization, it can be a institution, it can be college, it can be schools. So that sort of aid we provide in training and assessment part. Moving on to the placement part from ASDC side, we involve several industry partners across India, and also under few schemes which are widely acceptable in the industry, which is National Apprenticeship Program, where we as ASDC also provide interns, to come up and, have the chance to start their career. Also, we are in line working on a job portal where industry comes in onto an online portal and, can find their relevant, what I'll say, manpower requirement on their particular job roles. And regular hiring has been going on through our placement cells. Also, international agencies also comes in, where we provide them an platform to interact, through industry and get candidate placed. Coming on to the Center of Excellence, we have done many projects under CSR and PKMVY schemes, where, as per the industry, we establish a Center of Excellence where equipment list has been established, a minimum criteria has been set by the industry, where a particular classroom has to be of that particular size, and all the, what I'll say, necessary parameters being checked by industry experts at ASDC to help them establish that center of excellence. So this is all from my side, and my contact details is shown in the slide. I'm industry expert and look after sales and road transportation. We have our office at Okla Phase 3 in the industrial estate. So thank you really very much for giving an opportunity to share our work.
Thank you, Mr. Asim.
Also, I'll stop sharing.
Yeah. Now we can start with the Electronics Sector Skill Council. Mr. Devraj Singh is there from that Sector Skill Council. So, Mr. Devraj, you can go ahead.
Please unmute yourself. We are not able to hear you.
Sorry. I believe now you are able to hear. Good afternoon,
Yes.
everyone.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Let me share my screen first. So on behalf of Dr. Abhilasha Gaur, who is Chief Operating Officer at Electronic Sector Skill Council, I am representing the complete case. So about ESSCI, you are aware that we are a standards body. We do affiliation, we do assessment and certification. And we have done demand analysis where around 35 lakh skill gap is visible till 2025. And uniqueness of sector is it is spread across every other sector, and global opportunities exist, and there is huge potential for overall growth, including local manufacturing. And there is large manpower in service sector that is employed in electronics. As you are aware, lot many repair maintenance job is done through electronics guys. Then there are emerging opportunities based on Industry 4.0, smart factory and all that. And then there is green mobility, EVs. There is design-led manufacturing concept, which is very prevalent nowadays. Then there is e-mobility, there is 3D printing, all those things, IoT, digitization, drones, smart cities. So all these things combined together provide a lot of opportunity in this sector. When we are talking of electronics, electronics is all about electronic system design and manufacturing, which actually has various subsectors, and we have divided into clear 9 subsectors. You can see on right hand side, those 9 subsectors are written. First is consumer and IT hardware, consumer electronics and IT hardware. As you are aware, that consumer electronics and IT hardware is one of the largest subsector, which employs almost 52% of total manpower, which is employed in electronic sector. Then second is communication and broadcasting, followed by PCB assembly, that is electronics manufacturing system. Then PCB design and manufacturing. Then LED and solar electronics, security surveillance, semiconductor and components, industrial automation, e-mobility. And the employed numbers are given on left hand side, and right hand side you have 5-year growth.
So you
So
can change your slide. Sorry to interrupt. You can change the slide.
okay.
Yeah.
So there are various reports. These reports are available on our website. One can go through. We have done complete market research on that. Then coming to our prior experience of vocational education trainings and skilling, we are present in all 28 out of 29, 28 states and 8 union territories. And we have done, so far we have skilled 1.6 million candidates. And these are various number for illustration purpose.
Sorry, Devraj, Mr. Devraj, your slides are not moving. It is still showing the first slide. Can you select the second and third slide?
I think should move.
Yes, yes. Now it is moving. So yes.
Okay.
Now it is.
So I believe you are able to see various numbers and number of training providers that are present in year-on-year basis. Then
Yes.
what kind of government programs we have done, what kind of fee-based program we have done. And we have so far, since our existence, we have actually done a scaling of 1.6 million.
Can you please go back to the fourth slide, because the participants, I guess, missed the previous slides. So if you can just show all the slides one more time, I request.
Okay.
And you can go to presentation mode. Yeah, F5.
So this was first slide. Second slide is this. I believe slide is turning now.
Yes, we are on the second slide right now.
I'm at third slide. I believe skill gap study is visible to everyone.
Right now we are at the roles and responsibilities, roles and occupation, and change in numbers between 2017 and 2025.
I think I need to
Yes.
switch off this particular mode and be on this mode, because here I think it is selectable.
You
I
can.
believe these numbers are visible, right?
Yes, yes, these are visible.
Okay, fine.
That's better.
So coming back to ESSAI footprint, we have skilled so far 1.6 million and have placed more than half of them. Of course, how many actually turn into entrepreneurs, we don't have that particular count on, and how many actually went into informal sector also, we don't have count, but then these are the numbers. We have over 4,000 training centers spread across the country, and we have over 6,500 certified trainers, over 3,000 certified assessors. We have 5 transnational qualifications. We have 5 center of excellences, over 250 training partners, over 200 subject matter experts, over 80 qualification packs after rationalization. So this is what we are, and our knowledge partners, these are actually big name in education segment. That is IEEE. Infineon is a semiconductor, power semiconductor company. Then Microchip is another semiconductor company. ARM semiconductor company. Triple IT, then SCTE, IPC, Siemens, Schneider, VVDN. These are our prominent knowledge partners we are having, and we have international alignments for transnational standards as well. Our top 10 job roles, which have huge demand, are actually shown. I believe this slide is visible. First is a smartphone assembly technician, which has a yearly demand of 1 lakh plus. You know that there are over 200 different smartphone assembly companies that actually exist today. 5-6 years back, number was hardly 5 to 10. So because of such a boost in manufacturing of smartphones, we have such huge requirement that needs to be fulfilled for a smartphone assembly technician. Then another is EMS technician, that is electronics manufacturing services. All electronic goods actually requires EMS line, and on EMS line you require EMS technicians. So here also you have a huge requirement. This is level 4 NSKF level 4 course. Then drone service technician, this is another new field through Drone Shakti initiative by Government of India, and drone as a service which actually is announced by Government of India. We have a lot of requirement on the ground for drone service technicians, and numbers are given here. Then wire harness assembly operator, this particular job role was not very prominent apart from the automobile side, but then since newer and newer segments are actually rising up, so for trucks, marines, for your all kinds of aviation services, you require a lot many wire harnessing. So there is huge demand that exists today. Then on building management system, that lot many multi-storied building have come up. Then smart city is actually taking shape. So a lot of BMS service engineer requirement is there. So there also this particular job role comes with high demand. Then field technician, network and storage. Network and storage is one thing. We are connected nowadays, fully connected. In fact, all our gadgets are connected. So networking and storage is one area to actually focus upon, and there also we require huge amount of manpower. Then on embedded full stack IoT analyst, we require lot many skilled manpower. IoT, is a new segment. It is emerging, and slowly it is actually going to each and every place possible. Then solar panel installation technician, green energy is the focus area. Here also we are having a lot many requirement. Then mechatronics maintenance specialist. Again, mechatronics is actually mechanical and electronics. Everywhere, be it train services, metro services, be it any kind of factory setup, any kind of automation. There you need a specialist which has hands-on with mechatronics, sensors and actuators, which actually happens in mechatronics side. So here also we are experiencing huge demand. Then on multi-skill technician, that a technician requires a lot many skills together. For suppose some technician actually visits you expect him to be actually multifaceted, right? You want him to repair various kind of gadgets. You want him to actually look after the electrical installations and all that. So multi-skill technician actually comprises of those features, and this also cut across various other sectors as well. So this particular skill is required in huge numbers. So these are our 10 future job roles with demand, which actually we have jotted down. Now coming to initiatives which for helping academia, we have rural and peri-urban entrepreneur requirement, which we are fulfilling through various kind of initiatives. Then we are actually putting up some innovation labs. We are creating one downstairs in our office as well. So here we are working with various industry partners. Then we have rolled out almost 9 vocational courses that will be BVOC courses. And with BVOC, there are multiple exit option. So right from certificate course to diploma to advanced diploma to degree course, we with UGC, we have rolled out those courses in at least 5 colleges so far. Then with ITI, we are opening up some COEs with industry support. So that is there. Then Super 100 is another featured program which we are running in SDI Bhubaneswar. So here we are picking up various candidates who are actually capable enough to undergo this particular training, and we are targeting that whatever they are actually getting as a pay package after their graduation, this pay package should be at least 2 times plus than what they were getting earlier. So this is our Super 100, which is happening at SDI Bhubaneswar. Then Ideathon, we are actually planning. This will be platform for innovation in ESDM sector. So these are various initiatives for helping academia. And this actually ends my presentation. You can connect with us with following. Our office is in Okhla, Phase 3, very near to ASDC Sector Skill Council. Our address is 155 ESC House, Okhla, Phase 3, New Delhi. So with this, I end my presentation, and I am open to any question answer.
Thank you, Mr. Devraj, for the informative presentation. Neetu ma'am, can we open the question answer session?
Yes, we can request all the attendees to ask their questions. They may ask any question from the AICT or the Sector Skill Council representatives who are present here. So, anyone who has any doubt about the Karma scheme or how these Sector Skill Councils can be connected with them, or they directly want to be in touch with them? Yes, I think Mr. Kapil Nahar, he has raised his hand. You can please go ahead. Please unmute yourself and start speaking. Are you able to unmute?
Hello, can you unmute them?
Yeah, he's unmuted actually.
Yes. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, you're audible. Be a little louder.
Okay. So my query is from AICT, like what is the difference between this Karma scheme and the courses that we are offering in ITI? Like it is also equivalent to NSQF level 5. Suppose we offer electrician course. So will it be equivalent to ITI, or the student will be able to give the competitive exam based on that qualification?
Kapilji, if you talk about the credit being assigned to these courses, this is still in process. There is one committee under NCVT who is working on the credit framework of these skill-based courses, which are NSQF aligned courses. You know, right now they are different levels for different education. For example, BVOC, DVOC may have a different level, and these skill-based courses have different level. But assignment of credit to these courses is still to be done. Once it is done by the NCVT, it will be notified to all the institutions. At that time, we can talk about the equivalence between these courses and the ITI courses or the VVOC or DVOC program. Before that, it won't be possible to comment on the equivalence of these courses with the ITI courses. I hope this is clear, or any other clarification that you want. So we can go ahead with Shashi. Mr. Shashi, you want to ask any question? Please unmute yourself and go ahead. Yes.
आवाज मेरी जा रही है मैम?
Yes, बिल्कुल, we can hear you.
मैं ये पूछ लोगों ने बट वो स्टेटस पता नहीं है कि मेरा एप्लीकेशन अप्लाइड हुआ या नहीं हुआ, कुछ भी स्टेटस उसका पता नहीं चल पा रहा है.
Okay. In that case, actually, if you are facing this problem, it means some steps needs to be clarified to you. You can write to us at karma@aict-india.org. So we'll clear your doubt. Otherwise, once you apply and submit the application, it is submitted. Maybe you are not receiving any email confirming your submission, therefore you are being confused. Otherwise, also after submission, immediately, if you click on the undertaking, you would be able to download the sanction letter. So itself is a confirmation that you have actually applied. So I'll request that once you apply, immediately you give your undertaking for running these courses in the proper manner, and you will be getting the sanction letter. So you will be able to download that. So you will be clear that okay, the application was submitted properly.
वो मेरे को मेल करना होगा मैम, या फिर सैंक्शन लेटर कैसे डाउनलोड करना होगा?
सैंक्शन लेटर डाउनलोड करने के लिए जब आप अप्लाई करते हैं, तो लास्ट स्टेप इज यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन वन अंडरटेकिंग. Okay, and once you click on that undertaking and you agree with the terms and conditions, immediately sanction letter can be downloaded there. Otherwise, you can go to the steps given on Karma portal. We are given different steps for downloading the sanction letter. That also you can refer. Karma portal has these steps in the manual. Procedure manual is given there, so you can have a look on this. This will actually clarify your this thing. Otherwise, if you are really facing this kind of problem, I am not the technical expert, and I won't be able to explain each and every step right now. We can organize another webinar for people who are facing these kind of technical issues. Otherwise, you can refer the manual given on the portal, and you can clarify these issues.
ओके मैम. और एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन था मैम, एक कोई कांटेक्ट नंबर प्रोवाइड करा दिया जाए जिससे टेक्निकल क्वेरीज को सॉल्व किया जा सके, या मेल आईडी?
मेल आईडी तो मैंने आपको बताया, karma@aict-india.org. ये कर्मा पोर्टल पे ही है, और वो कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर भी कर्मा पोर्टल पे दिया हुआ है हमने, 01129581015.
ओके मैम, थैंक यू सो मच.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I'm Umid Sir calling from Government Polytechnic, Jhajjar. I have two, three queries, ma'am. The first one is that we are the engineering institution, and can we apply in any sector for the courses like executives, marketing executives, sales executives, and other allied courses? And second one is we are going to opt for the model number 2. But in qualification pack, almost in every qualification, it is written that qualification should be either diploma or a degree or a post-degree. There is nothing mentioned that for ongoing student it's applicable. Either we have to go for the lower side, those who have passed 10th or 12th, so that they may be included, or are the skill sectors are going to revise those qualifications, or are allowing the students who are pursuing their courses. This is the second query, ma'am. And third one is about the model curriculum. Qualification pack is there and their NOs are there, but what about the curriculum? Means what support we are going to get in future from the AICT? All these three questions I need to address, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So yes, with this I remember two of your questions. First question I actually forgot. What was the first question actually?
Ma'am, first question was, do all the sectors are free for us?
Yes.
On the
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you, this scheme is very flexible. Your institution can apply for any sector, any job role. It may be a technical job role. It may be a non-technical job role. Only thing is, you have to ensure that you have the required infrastructure for doing this training. This infrastructure could be your own. आपका खुद का भी infrastructure हो सकता है, and you can arrange this infrastructure in collaboration with some other organization. For example, you have collaborated with some industry or some social organization, so that infrastructure is available for the training. So you can do training in any sector. You have to take care that you have the required trainers and the infrastructure for the training. One thing. Second thing was that you want to undergo for the model 2, and you are facing problem that most of the QPs, the job roles, they don't have the eligibility for the studying student. They have either diploma or degree. So for that, let me tell you, I have requested the chairman NCVT, and he has assured us that all the sector skill councils will be asked to modify their eligibility so that the students in the third year and fourth year of the engineering colleges, they will be allowed to do the courses which are actually having eligibility of diploma or degree student. So I'll again request all the sector skill councils to immediately change their eligibility, get the approval from the NCVT, and help the colleges for running these courses so that this issue is resolved. So whatever course you actually want to run, you connect with the concerned sector skill council. Concerned sector skill council contact details are on our portal, and they will immediately make these courses eligible for your students. So this is one thing. And the last question was, I forgot. What was the last?
Again, I think you forgot.
Yes. You asked three questions in a line. Okay.
No issues, no issues. Ma'am, my third question was also that I don't remember what I have asked, but I thanks a lot to you and all the panelists to address our queries, and the electronic sector that has been covered, that the figure shown, that sales and executive part is very much appealing to us, because
Yes.
it is very much required in the current scenario that Azim Saab has shared with us. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. So that's always high in demand, actually.
So next question, Dr. Amindeep Kaur. Dr. Amit, please mute yourself. Dr. Amit Marwa. Yeah. Next question. Yeah, Ashutosh ji, you can ask your question.
Hello, it's Ashish Chavan from Varda.
Hmm.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Ma'am, I have just one query. Can we do these courses in some other campus with all facilities, everything with proper trainer and all those things? Can we do it in other courses in other campus?
Okay, let me tell you, if you go to Karma portal, the second procedure, first you give the institution detail, and the second part is that you have to give the address or the campus detail where you want to do these training program. So there you can enter the details, and then you can do these training programs. So it is very much allowed that you can do these training program in other campus also. Only thing is you have to take care that infrastructure and trainers are available. Anytime AICT or any organization, they can visit and see whether the training is happening in the right way or not. You know, this is our responsibility that when we are taking fee from the student, the training should be given in proper manner. So you have to take care of this.
Yeah, we are a government-aided institute, and we have experience of CDDP scheme, which comes under MES, and we have conducted PMKVY also. In
Wonderful.
CDDP scheme, we had one main center in our institute and some extension center in the villages where vocational training is not available. So my request is, please allow us to take at main center also, and 2 or 3 vocational extension centers simultaneously, because their actual need is means we are the village students don't get the proper training, and we have experience of about 25 years in skill training. So that's it. Thank you,
That's
ma'am.
wonderful, and this provision is already there. You can provide training in the additional campuses, and you have to give the details at address of those campuses to us on the Karma portal. So provision is already there. You can enter those details, and you can organize training in other campuses.
And the last question is, for certification, we have to go for sector skill council, or there will be some another body which will do the assessment and certification. My small request is there. This certification, the assessment and certification should be proper, because we have very bad experience in PMKEY TI scheme for assessment and certification. This is a small request, ma'am. It should be proper one.
I agree with you because we have also run PMKYTI scheme and we have faced problem connecting with the Sector Skill Council for the assessment. It took so much of time that students were not available for the assessment after that. So let me tell you, there are two efforts going on. One thing is that these Sector Skill Councils are available. Other than this, there are many NCVT approved assessment agencies. Within 1 month or 2 months, you will be getting details of them also. So sectors NCVT is going to approve almost 100 100 assessment bodies. So you will be having option. You can go for these sector skill councils already available or the other newly approved assessment bodies. Third thing is there is effort going on that the regulatory bodies like Directorate of Technical Education, they can also be given the empowerment so that they can also do the assessment part. So we are also aware of this issue and we are also working in this line. As soon as the updates are coming, we will be informing you. Right now, the only available option is these sector skill council, but I'm assuring within a month or maybe 40 days, we will be able to inform you that who are the new assessment agencies and whether regulatory bodies will be able to do assessment for these courses. We'll be supporting you, definitely. We'll be supporting you for connecting with the assessment bodies. We'll take care of this.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Myself, Dr. Amandeep Kaur from GTB IT College.
Yeah.
Ma'am, my question is basically related to that if we select a particular course going for the Model 2, first point that you have already clarified that you will be increasing the number of courses that are available for the 5th semester to 7th semester students. That was one of my queries which you have already answered. Ma'am, my second query is that in case we are going to go, you said that you are going to find the trainers for yourself. You have in your guidelines, you have specified that there will be training partners and assessment agencies which will be associated with you. So that means 3-term partnerships are required between the training partners, the infrastructure providers like our institute, and the assessment agencies. So how that the management of the fee.
Let me clarify.
Ji.
We have written that you have this flexibility that you can do this training with the help of some training partner or the infrastructure partner. But
Okay.
you have your own infrastructure. Being AICT approved institution, if you are doing the training in your own domain, your own infrastructure is available and your own teachers, they can train the students under these programs, And in PMKYTI also, we had allowed the institution to use their own faculty as trainers. So that is very much allowed here also. Otherwise, you can go with the collaboration with some training partners and infrastructure partner if need be.
And the fee, the deciding factor for the fee which will be associated with the course for the students, will that be free for all, or teachers? If teachers will be there or trainers will be there, they will be charging a particular amount from the institute.
Obviously.
So how that is that means that is going to inculcate, that is going to pass on to the students that will be training. So that management is done on the institute basis, or AICT is going to provide some norms or rules and regulations related to that?
So, okay. So, okay, let me tell you, all the expenditure for this training program, it could be appointment of some trainers, it could be assessment through the assessment bodies, it could be any kind of tool or equipment that you are providing to the students.
Right.
So this has to be borne through the fees collected through this program. It is a self-financing model.
Okay.
So you have to keep the fee of this training program in a way that you are able to meet the expenses for this training program.
Right.
Okay, and in case you are facing problem, they are common cost norms. They are prescribed by the Government of India. They can help you in prescribing the norms for this training program. But let me tell you, you can do this training program in even lower fees than the common cost norms. So if you will be keeping the fee very comfortable, the students will be adopting your courses more.
Right.
So
Because they are already paying into the, if they are into our BTech level, they are already paying the fee for BTech level. So this will be an additional cost with the additional fee.
yeah, so you have to take care that minimum fee you should charge from the students. So and we should not receive any complaint that a huge amount of fee is being charged, or we don't want to go into see these kind of issues. And let me tell you why we have not prescribed any fee for this program. There could be some program which are very high-end program with some high-end industry, and these industry partners are giving you some software, some kind of things which are actually adding to the employability of the student, leading to some employment also. So students are actually assured for the employment, and if these kind of program are to be kept at higher fee, that should be allowed. Therefore, we have not prescribed any fee for these program, but it depends on the level of the program, how you are going to take it forward, what will be the outcome. Students are more interested in the outcome. What kind of job are you going to get after this? So keeping all these factors in mind, you can decide the fee.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. Anyone else? Dr. Subramanian?
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, I am Dr. Subramanian from Sri Manapara Engineering College, Pondicherry, ma'am. Yeah, we got 7 courses approved under Model 2 and 4 courses approved under Model 3, ma'am. But for Model 3 courses, we're not able to find out the sector council and how many hours you have to take and all. Where the NQR is not available for Model 3 courses. Where we find the sector council and details and all for Model 3 courses.
Okay, if you are facing problem, though under Model 3 also in the drop down, these courses details are given. In case you are facing problem, you are not able to get this, you can go to the website www.nqr.gov.in. This is National Qualification Register, nqr.gov.in. Okay, there you can choose the relevant course which you want to offer to these students, Model 3 students, and you can enter this program as the other, not selecting from the top down, take the other option, and then you can type and enter these program details, and you can get the approval for these courses.
No, we got already approved, ma'am. We got approval for download the sanction letter and all, but we're not able to find out the corresponding sector council for the courses.
Okay, this is the problem. Okay, so if you are not able to find the corresponding sector skill council, you go to the NPR again. In search, you put the course code, and then you will get the details about this course. Who are the corresponding sector skill council? What is the duration? What is the level? Who will be the assessment body? All these details are available on this website. So all of you can take it. Yeah.
No, but NQR website, I typed the courses name, ma'am, but it said no records found, like that it says, for all the 4 courses. I tried in NQR website.
Okay, let me tell you, this problem should have not come. Why Sector Skill Council's name is not there against these courses? I'll have to check. Otherwise, all the courses have the Sector Skill Council's name in front of that. If it is not available on the AICT portal, we'll make it available very soon. One thing. Second thing is, for these courses which you have already got the approval, you can write to us at the and we'll make sure we will help you in identifying the Sector Skill Council for that.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So, you see, any admission schedule is there for that? Which day you have to admit, how many admission dates, and any procedure we have to follow that, or round the year you can?
Round the year you can do this, but the we want that you should do it as soon as possible. Because and we have now opened the portal for submitting the details about the batches. Okay, how many batches you have created, number of the student in each batch, name of the student. So all these information are to be submitted to the AICTE. Then only you will get the approval to get the certificate, Skill India based certificate to them. So we just need that all information should be feeded at AICT portal.
Yeah, we already find out students and all. We already find out the coordinator, everything we are ready, man. We have to start immediately. We'll start. for all the 11 courses.
So today evening, or most probably tomorrow, you'll receive one email where we'll be giving you the steps for submitting these details on the portal. Okay, so this provision has been created. Now you can submit the details and start the courses anytime you want.
Okay, okay, thank you, thank you so much.
Welcome. Anyone else? Shashi, do you want to ask another question? Dr. B. Soban Babu. Mr. Shashi, you are not audible. I think the next person can ask the question. Prashant R. Please speak.
Hello, madam. I want to know about the assessment authority and how much fees they will be charging.
Assessment bodies are NCVET approved assessment bodies. The list is available on the Karma portal, as well as you can visit the NCVET website. It is National Council for Vocational Education and Training. So details of assessment bodies you will get. Maybe for different courses, assessment charges would be different. You can talk to these assessment bodies and you will find what are the assessment charges.
Okay, thanks.
And these sector skill councils who are presented today, they themselves are assessment bodies. So we are organizing this series of webinar. You will be able to hear all the sector skill council, means all the assessment bodies you will be listening to. You will be getting their contact details and what kind of courses they have. So I request all of you to stay connected with these webinars. Schedule we are going to put on the Karma portal very soon.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question? Amandeep Kaur. Dr. Amandeep, please ask your question. Dr. Subramanian.
Yeah, already asked, no? Already asked.
Prasanna Kumar Lekini. Ashutosh, you have already, okay.
I think all the questions are pertaining to the scheme only. We should like keep a separate webinar where all these questions can be answered. Actually, I would like to tell the participants, the institutes, that today we have 3 sector skill councils with us. So the questions pertaining to them will be more like relevant at this moment. We can keep a separate session on the scheme where only the question pertaining to the scheme can be asked.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm Rupa, is calling from Bangalore Institute of Technology, Bangalore, ma'am. See, the students who is going to allot it for us or for us only, I would give an advertisement to take a students or things, because that clarity is not there where in the Karma portal. This is the first question.
Karma guidelines specifically says that all the mobilization of a student is the responsibility of the institution. This mobilization may require door-to-door campaign. This may require the advertisement. This may require the maybe one-to-one contact, or maybe through some organization. So this has to be done by the institution, whatever way is feasible for you.
Okay, ma'am. And also fee structure is not mentioned anything. That they mention only they're taking reasonable fee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? I have already explained in the previous question. If you see the recording, you'll find out, some of the courses may be high-end courses involving some expertise, some infrastructure. So fee may be kept high, but, outcome should be the level of outcome should also be in accordance with the fee charged from the students. So, and therefore, we have not prescribed any fee. Institution may devise their own method for running these courses. Let me tell you, we are saying that these programs can be in blended mode also. Okay, if it is happening in blended mode, some of the fee charges could be reduced. because academic part is taking place online, so maybe you can keep a lower fee for that. And if the content is like this, everything can be done online. No, if the course is on the blockchain, cybersecurity, these kind of courses, they can be done online. In that case, fee can further be reduced, and you can target more number of students in these kind of programs. So it is dependent on the institution how you want to keep the fee and how you want to decide the.
We can't do fully online, ma'am. Only we go for a blended mode. Few classes are online and few classes are blended. Okay, it's offline, right, ma'am?
Yes, you can do it.
But we can't go for fully online, right?
No, for the courses where hands-on part is not required, everything is on the desktop. For example, if there is a computer-based course totally, and there is no hands-on required, you can go totally online. There is no problem in that.
Oh, fine. Because suppose we go for online, all over India students, they may be expecting. That's why I'm asking you now.
Yeah, that can be done. That can be done. Let me tell you, some of the CFTIs, they are planning courses like this. Let me tell you, I'll give you example of Niti Mumbai. They have planned some programs which for which we have kept a very low fee. They are asking only for 2,500 from each student, but they are targeting a large number of students throughout the country. These programs are totally in online mode. So if you want to do these kind of programs, that is also possible. You can go ahead with this.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your clarification, ma'am.
Yeah. Any other question you please ask. Purpose is this, that you should be able to do these programs without any problem, and this is the time you should start the program as soon as possible. And through this webinar, all your question actually should be answered. So any question, we'll be taking your questions till you say, okay, there is no more question. Anyone else?
Yeah, ma'am. The question that I forgot was that about the model curriculum. In question in QPs, it's mentioned over there. Job roles are there, but model curriculums will require to be followed. This assessment authorities will assess what we have taught. No.
Model curriculum here doesn't mean the AICTE approved model curriculum. This is the model curriculum NSQF aligned program. NSQF aligned curriculum that has to be followed. It is not about any other curriculum. For these programs, you have to follow the NSQF curriculum of the courses. So please be sure about this. There is no other model curriculum for these programs. And I don't remember where actually we have written the model curriculum for the Karma programs. It should not be there. If it is there, I'll check. Anyone else? I think everyone has already asked their question. So,
last one, ma'am.
Okay.
जैसा बताया गया मुझे AICTE कर्मा एप्लीकेशन के लिए वो डाउनलोड करने के लिए अप्रूवल प्रोसेस, तो मैंने डाउनलोड कर लिया, उसके बाद करना क्या है इसको वो समझ नहीं आ रहा है मैम।
अब देखिए आपको क्या करना है कि यू हैव गॉट द सैंक्शन लेटर, विद दिस यू कैन
लेटर मिल गया मैम,
सैंक्शन लेटर आपको मिल गया। इसके साथ में अब जो बच्चे हैं उनके बैचेस बनाने हैं इन कोर्सेज के लिए आपको, ठीक है। तो किस कोर्स में आप कितने बच्चे लेके आते हैं, उन बच्चों की डिटेल जो है वो आप AICTE के पोर्टल पे जाएंगे फिर से, तो आप वो डिटेल भर पाएंगे और इन बच्चों की आप ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट कर दीजिए। हमको सिर्फ ट्रेनिंग की डिटेल टाइम टू टाइम चाहिए कि ट्रेनिंग में आप कितने बच्चे अटेंड कर रहे हैं, कब ट्रेनिंग शुरू हुई, कब खत्म हुई, असेसमेंट किस दिन कराया, क्या डेट थी, कितने बच्चे फेल हुए, कितने पास हुए। हमको बस यही डिटेल चाहिए आपकी तरफ से।
ओके, थैंक यू।
Okay. Anyone else? So with this, I think we can close this webinar. Then you will be getting many more chances like this, because there is a series of webinar planned with 37 sector skill councils Today we actually conducted with the 3 sector skill councils. I request Mr. Akhil Sharma, Assistant Director AICT, to give the vote of thanks for this program.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, on behalf of AICT, I would like to thank Mr. Brijesh Kumar, Mr. Asif Imam, and Mr. Devraj Singh. They were from the respective sector skill councils as you listened to them, like Mr. Brijesh Kumar from Instrumentation, Automation, Surveillance and Communication Sector Skill Council. Then Mr. Asim Imam from Automotive Skill Development Council and Mr. Devraj Singh from Electronics Skill Development Council. And they spoke about various things, very informative lecture presentation was given to them. And they spoke about, like, for example, job roles and demand. Mr. Brijesh Kumar spoke about instrumentation and automation sectors and how they can help in setting up center of excellence. Well, all the sectors and all the areas of interest were covered well, and I hope all the attendees, all the institutes have benefited out of it. Thank you so much, all three of you, all the speakers, and I would like to thank Dr. Neetu Bhagat also for answering all the queries. And in the end, I thank the participants because ultimately it is up to them. This is for them. And this is just a start. Today was the first webinar. This will be happening once or twice per week. There is a dedicated calendar that has been made for it. And I wish and I request that the attendance should increase week on week basis. And all your queries will be answered. We are there for you. As I also request that, as I said before, that many questions can be pertaining to the sector skill councils because we will be there every week, but these sector skill council will only be there once. Next Monday, the next set of sector skill council will be there. So I request if you have any queries, you can reach out to them. They have also shared their contact details. You can ask your queries, ask your doubts to them. And thank you very much. In the end, ma'am, can we close?
Yes, we can close. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Akhilji, for the wonderful words. Thank you. Thank you, Neetu ji. Thank you, everyone.